Namaste. Welcome to day 40 of our 45 days together. Super proud of you that you're all here with me and super excited to be here. You should be seeing some results by now, and not to worry if you do not. Keep going. I'm here as your coach to encourage you to keep going. You'll know when to stop. Before we get started, just a few little reminders. Be sure to hit that like button if you like this video. It helps me to push this out so I may help more people. Also subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so when the next day gets released, you're right there with us. With that, let's get started here today. Welcome. Get into a comfortable position. You can do these acupressure points inside or outside, but do them outside if you can. Get that vitamin D. It'll help you to last longer. And you can do these sitting down, laying down, whatever's comfortable for you. It's a completely acupressure day today. The first point has made us very famous on Instagram with maybe 5 million views on this point. And so what this point is we're going to start from the midline of the face where the hair meets the forehead, right at that midline. And we're going to go all the way through the nostril. And we're going to do this for 2 minutes. Follow along with me. This acupressure point is very good in that it brings blood flow along to the midline from the belly button all the way to the pelvic floor. So this is what has been empirically used to help stimulate that area, open up that area, and lighten that area so you have more blood flow to that area. And as you have more blood flow to that area becomes nourished and toned, and therefore you can have greater control and stamina in the bedroom, both for men and women as well. And also similarly, a lot of these points, because we're nourishing the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen, it can also help with reproduction and fertility. So do work with your doctor, but keep this in mind that acupressure can help with not only one thing, but many different things, because it's based on a reflexology and mirror imaging. So this point is great in that it brings blood flow to the lower abdomen, to the pelvic floor, help nourishing that area, giving you more satisfaction in the bedroom. While we do this acupressure point, I want to compile it with an asana that we have done previously. And that asana is to contract the pelvic floor from anywhere from 3 seconds to, some people are able to do it for 30 seconds, but do what's comfortable for you. So we're going to contract the pelvic floor from 3 to 30 seconds. We're going to lift the pelvic floor from 3 to 30 seconds. And then we're going to rest the pelvic floor from 3 to 30 seconds. So I want you to do that while we are doing this acupressure point, and that doubling effect will create greater momentum, a synergistic effect to bringing greater blood flow, because it is coupling it together and working with it together and creating that generous amount of blood flow to the lower abdomen and pelvic floor. So it trains that area so that you can last longer. Now, the next acupressure point is also on the face, and what we're going to do is we're going to go from the nostrils to the cheek in this manner. And this is a great point. We're going to do this from the nostrils to the cheek together for the next 2 minutes, so follow along with me. And this point is not only good for lasting longer, but it can also help with fertility and reproduction. And ladies, this is a great point for when you have period cramps. So do this, and it has great benefits. It can help moderate the cramping and, not to mention, moderate the blood flow so that you can have a more enjoyable experience all the way around, whether it's your period or it's also in the bedroom. So keep that in mind, that this is such a good wellness point. This point had also known to help with digestive issues. Again, acupuncture is based on the mirror imaging of the body. And as you can imagine, the digestive issues and the stomach, as well as the lower abdomen and the pelvic floor, are closely related. And by doing this, we are bringing nutrients and blood flow to balance out that area. And as we have discussed before, as we balance out that area, then we can also have greater resources so that our body can work more optimally, so we can have greater satisfaction in the bedroom. Remember, the body is very dynamic. If it is struggling in one or many ways, it doesn't have the available resources to help you in the bedroom. So I'm doing my very best to give you good wellness points so that those wellness points balance out the body and can allow the body to work optimally, so you can have the very best results, not only for wellness, and as a result of having great results for wellness, you can have longer duration in the bedroom. Now, before we do the next 2 points, I just want to talk to you guys about one thing. We are in the middle of vetting a bunch of different products to help you along the way. Now, beets are very good because they help widen the blood vessel and help bring blood flow so that you can last longer for both men and women. So we are in the process of looking at different products, but a lot of you have in the Instagram and TikTok have said beets are hard to eat or to prepare. Well, you can always use beet powder. And so do consider that. You can put it in your drinks or your smoothies daily. And I'll do my best to write more product reviews so you can find the right supplement, or you can use beets. But if you're having trouble using the beets, then try the beet powder. Now, the next acupressure point is, ladies, if you're pregnant, these 2 next acupressure points I don't want you to do. You can do the first 2 if you would like. They're too stimulating and I don't want you to have unwanted contractions. So if you're not pregnant, please continue. Otherwise, you've got some other choices that you can do. So this next acupressure point is on the forearm, and we're going to pretty much take the darker side of the skin that hits the sun, and we're going to go ahead and bifurcate it, and in the middle, that's the acupressure point. So we're going to go ahead and massage this for the next 2 minutes, so follow along with me. And you can do it on either arm, and you can alternate. You can use the firmness that you desire, and you don't have to put your arm in this perpendicular position. I'm just putting it in this perpendicular position so you can easily see it, but you can simply just put it on your lap and do this acupressure point while you're watching television and so forth. But this acupressure point is such a great wellness point. It pretty much covers the entire middle of the body. It can help you with not only digestive issues, but reproductive issues, as well as lasting longer, as it helps pool the blood flow to the pelvic floor. So I want you to get in the habit of doing this point, as long as you're not pregnant, a couple times a day, because it's not only a great point for helping you last longer, but it's also a great wellness point, as long as you're not pregnant, to continue to do that. And while we're doing this acupressure point, we are going to do a visualization exercise. We are going to imagine blood going from the top of the head, through the neck, through the spine, through the lower abdomen, circling the hips, and pulling in the pelvic floor. And I want you to consider doing that along with this acupressure point, and it's going to create a compounding effect where you have greater blood flow to the lower abdomen and the pelvic floor, which will help you to last longer. And that's what we are here for you today. So be sure to do the visualization and or the asana while you do these acupressure points. It's as if you're getting 2 or 3 therapies and not just one in one sequence. Very good. Now, the last acupressure point, again, if you're pregnant, please do not do, but in all other cases, it's perfectly fine, so don't do it if you're pregnant, is pretty much between the ring finger and the pinky finger. I want you to massage in between the metacarpal bones. So go ahead and massage as firm as you would like, or as gentle as you would like, and as fast or as slow as you would like. But I want you to go ahead and massage for a couple of minutes and follow along with me. And you can do either hand. This is such a good point that you can do And as I'm doing this point, I can just feel so calm and relaxed. And so I want you to go ahead and do this point as well. And again, while you're doing this point, you can contract the pelvic floor for a couple of seconds. You can lift the pelvic floor for a couple of seconds, and you can rest the pelvic floor for a couple of seconds. And if you are in a place where you can contract the pelvic floor for 30 seconds, lift the pelvic floor for 30 seconds, and rest for 30 seconds, that's great too, but do what's comfortable for you. If you rather, you can visualize blood and light going from the top of the head through the neck, through the spine, through the hips to the pelvic floor. You can either do the visualization exercise or the asana, or you can do the visualization exercise, the asana, and the acupressure all together. Do what's comfortable for you, but I'm getting you in the habit of doing a few things so you can train the body so you can last longer. And a couple of housekeeping things. I do, as you always see me say, I'm a big fan of primary care doctors. I really wish I am one, but I'm not. So please go get checked out by your doctor. Do not do this and not see your doctor. Go see your doctor and layer in these recommendations alongside what your doctor says. Whatever your doctor says supersedes what I say here today. This is in addition, not in lieu of seeing your physician. And also, if you go to the description in the bottom of the page, you will see that there are free course materials. So go to the description right below and then go ahead and email us, and we will send you some free course materials. I'd like for you to have written materials that can help you to last longer, and so that you can refer to those materials long after you've done viewing this series. But feel free to come back and check out the series at any time. So very good. I want you, before we meet up today, you can do this sequence 2 more times, or you can pick from any one of the earlier 39 or so sequences. Pick any sequence and do them twice, or pick day 39 or day 40 and do that again. But nonetheless, pick a sequence, do it 2 more times till we meet up here tomorrow. Be well, see you tomorrow.